Ene November bosome no ne de to so nkron omonade hye ma munyina jo ema wakwaba eba nwumre no nsia kasebo CTV so nsamudo ya boa no fidie mo ebra so se metranse na mede somo do nhire ba ko ene nsam no yenhwe nia edimu akotini ebie Ora Alan Kojo Chirematen ede atoga na mebuna ni mo se bra so se emebunu sori na wopre nsesa ankasa ewo man mu eviempino ene aduonu nan abato ni mu na aboa mo man yetumi ediye Enrosh bejani ma ningo pram yera Sam George ede atudwa se bra so se aban no de enuomegu akwan mu na wo bonsem trofo ho ban ewo man mu Yebe ko dwade ani sika sam kasiebo emo engine adwuma yeko ni kyerese wo bebiebie enwuma ama enwuma buso wo my Ghana mu ama mabuno enye biaye Yewia na yetwesuo poko Egypt man no emo na ekuo bia yefre wonum peace boat wonum ma e de atudwa se entokwa ya ama ne mu so e wo Gaza no enmu animu ya anomrase We can some wood be one of my transiage when Chad on Shreba could some was sanumre, no sia Kasiebo, it was CTV so Kasiebo e bar, a chagu, a wo, Casafuna would want so a few more who drew a barefoot and Fidian Swa, and my CTV GH, Facebook, dear, no social media handles, I would be a bedroom so over my CTV GH or Kasiebo, a bit piaba, no one ye be a shake, I say, but to a man on fair for, I'm a one so and ye be a share, and you may. Okay, kind for ye me. AFIA BREMPOMAA HINEh. Mincham ho sima me ba, ensem no ha me sanim. Abusia me mamunyina kwaba afei yentensi ensem no mu Onmunyafo Alan Kojo Chirematen wono ena ehim franka ama movement for change afafranto ama nyukuo ene woni mabunu binom edinhyemu e wona to ema wawesa nsem bi ede agu wonmo asom ya wo kire se efiempinu ene aduonu nan abato edi enemi de o my Ghana hia ayense samapa na se mabunu no timi sore waka na wogina bra ne prince sa ebeboa ama won yediem ayede
Yeba Alan Kojo Chirematen ere ato Ghana mebunu ni na enimu se wo bia mo aboane ho entwen 2024 abato yi a ebe na fenso wonto aba empe ensachiraye ewo wo meyi emwanu nti movement for change ene eku anasa amanyuku a ewo se wo bibia eto aba no edema Enwachwe ena eye Hobson adoye etrese wono die ebano Alan Chirematen any movement for change amanyoko ni dia wota wono mechi pampe nesem no sen wode tudwa
obia emomodi anse edusu a obeto aba Alan Kojo and we need a plan ideas no plan na ye the best give ideas na we ebi ni ho ala kasa bebre wasenta dia ye she government obetimi ama Ghana aduru ba bia yen kwa MF bio hwe enchina amanfo emu wo we eye sika pugo ebentima ye nyoma bebra ma ye I mean a whole lot. The plan is there. We need a new leader. I will bet to transform this country. We don't need a new political party. And existing parties, you know, need maybe a bit brother Bruno. Maybe Tidiane said, Ghana Nibia, Waya, Babunu, Woya Youth, Odachi, Ayala Kojotamate. And it's in Waka said 60% of the cabinet, Ebeye Youth. It is what the youth and a baby poor Maya, we are Utah, and so go coordinate. What I? You are saying, Mr. MPP, best sympathizer of movement for change. I no problem at all. Me a sympathizer, Ghana, a political party. But I was sympathizers for Honor MPP, try to do. This week you come and try to do. But about it here, Metro Malanta Mati, the parliamentary, and nobody will. Some bad, many two need have a go baby. Okay, you see, you can.
Brasibejeni Emma Ningo Pram Ora Sam Georgia Kasafa and some Trofo Fahudie and one ye home ewo oh my God nemo which number Sibeje and what didn't send me through ja what you say. I was a buying at this way at the new Megua coin soa. Ebe boa man some Trofo one Fahudie and one ye dear moye day since a buying no de sabe sika ye yo may footro and Bequakosha new man and some fatim.
Speaker, I mean, irrespective of the spirited attempts by the Honorable Patrick Boama to derail me from the important statement made by the Minister for Information on issues of monies paid by, allegedly paid during the MPP primaries. Mr. Speaker, I will stay focused. Mr. Speaker, it is important that this House protects the media who carry our news to the world. The sittings of this House go out because of media men. Mr. Speaker, if we are not careful, the efforts by the Minister for Information to ensure the safety of media men in our country will come to naught. Mr. Speaker, just between 2021 and 2022, there are over 30 press freedom violations that are recorded against Ghana, despite the spirited effort of the Minister of Information. But he can only do so much. If you are giving him less than 1 million Ghana cedis for his goods and services, how much can he help the National Media Commission with? But we have money for other things. We have money for a cathedral. If not the vigilance of this House, we were voting 80 million Ghana cedis for a cathedral when the press freedom was not guaranteed. And so, Mr. Speaker, the press at the fourth estate of the realm, we must protect them. Because, Honorable Napo, if who is the Minister for Energy? Matthew Poku Prempe. And the potential Vice President nominee. Mr. Speaker, if we do not protect the media and allow the things that happen, for example, in Radio Ada,
Friends of Napo,
what happened in Radio Ada in March 2023, where people stormed the media house and brutalized the reporters, or where, for example, in August 2022, the Adan Traditional Council said they were banning the media from covering the traditional festival. Mr. Speaker, we cannot see the gagging of the press. Else, how would the street lights you are sharing, Honorable Matthew Poku Prempe, be publicized if the media is gagged? We can't allow that to happen. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, we need to be careful. Because, and you see, Mr. Speaker, again, let me end, and I end by saluting the Honorable Minister for Information, Honorable Kojo Nkrumah, who has decided to be bold, to take the bull by the horn, and look at the political establishment, be they NDC or MPP, like the alleged MPP members who attacked Connect FM journalist Eric Nana Jentua in February 2022. Face them and tell them that this is wrong. Politicians should not happen. This must not happen. Or like what happened at the NDC Greater Accra office, where a CTFM reporter was attacked. Mr. Speaker, we cannot allow this. And we must say enough is enough. So, Honorable Minister, you have the support of your committee and this ministry and this House and members of this House to support you to rein in the excesses against our press freedom and move Ghana back to its enviable record of #1 country in Africa, as it was under President Mahama and in the first 2 years of President Nana-Addo, before it has gone to its worst record today, as we see under President Nana-Addo Akufo-Addo. Ghana must retain and regain her prestigious #1 position in Africa.
Yento also na yanku anymore ensem foforo mu na mrasubedwani man of tongue about one person so Yera Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa Kasa what you say abra viarage mayiko no ebie akoso monsuo no amana ba bedie wu a edie ewo ne mpesua no so no obi anu a wo frɛ no born amana edu obehu ani se nsuo no aye ne aye efri sa abra no so ba besi ne viarage mayiko no mfa yedie bia ma mpotem won ma ekire se emse ewudie na won ma die na ye omode na wɔkyerɛ sɛ efri sesebre ababesi nei ɛwɔ sɛ aban ɛde nnwoma binom gu akwan mu a ɛbɛboa ama sɛ ne mpata bi kora wɔpata wɔn mu a wɔn ho aka enso yire no emu.
They call them safe havens. They find a nice terminology so they can paper over the real issues. Mr. Speaker, this is a house of records. There are two things the Honorable Minister has said which this house must not allow to go unchallenged per our records. We are told that before VRA officials spilled, members of parliament were consulted, were part of the stakeholders consulted. I can speak for myself. I was never invited to any meeting. I was never consulted. I was never invited to any meeting. I challenge the minister to provide one name, one member of parliament who was consulted, who attended any meeting regarding this village in the affected areas. My colleagues are here. Not a single member of parliament, not one. Look, we have had enough. We are down, we are traumatized, we have lost everything. The last thing we will countenance are blatant falsehoods. We will not accept it. Another falsehood is that VRA is sharing relief items and that members of parliament have received their share. When? Which member of parliament has received shares of relief items? And such a dangerous statement for our constituents to now come after us. To come after us. As I speak, as member of parliament for North Tongue, the most affected constituency, no VRA official has given me relief items.
Even a grain of rice.
Not a grain of rice, not a bottle of oil. No member of parliament. If you have sent something to a district assembly or you have done your direct distribution, say so. Say you have done your direct distribution. Don't come to parliament. Don't come to parliament.
Honorable members, you will get the opportunity to speak. Please.
This is a house of records. Don't come and say members of parliament have received their share of relief items. So constituents will start calling us. You've never disclosed, you've never told us that you are keeping relief items from VRA. Where is our share? Do you know the implication of statements like that? Mr. Speaker, I am also totally appalled that in this entire statement, there has been no mention of resettlement. How long are my people going to live in schools? Look, the inhumanity, the indignity, Mr. Speaker, pardon me, the indignity that people are suffering, are going through. 85-year-olds, 95-year-olds, we all have mothers, grandmothers. Those of us here, will we accept to live in a classroom even for 2 hours, for 3 hours? Why is it taking government so long to announce a resettlement policy for those affected whose houses have been destroyed to be resettled? There has been no mention of compensation. Mr. Speaker, imagine losing everything you have. Your farm, your shop, your livestock, everything you have worked for. No thought of compensation. How long are my people going to live in classrooms? And as long as these so-called safe havens, nothing safe, no haven about them,
your time is...
education is affected. The children can't have their schools back. So, Mr. Speaker, we are talking about a catastrophe. a humanitarian crisis. And some people think they can make light of this issue, put out falsehoods and concoctions, and make light of these matters. Mr. Speaker, this is not a natural disaster. Before they opened the dam, why didn't they make sure that people were evacuated?
Yento also ewasa ensem kronwa emuna kwawa from Plain South nrashbedwani ura Joseph AFIA Boaten akwayaye ede ama wonmu a wo ho kaaye ensuyire no emu ewo kwawu from Plain South.
Mama for ye wakwa from Plains. Here Joseph AFIA Boaten ede ayede no ema wo mu no kire se. Enipa ho enipa nsei na wo se de akosombo esutade no ebra ekoko bieye na mpani ankeka ne mansi eniam. Asai ne ma ye pa. Udu echekro mama mfromu. Ena afi tela kope eni nkura hodo ye wo nchenchen no arehosem ena esi. No ni Boaten kire se oso keka ne nsanse kakra. Wapemu ni anwa esichire kakra. Eni ensuo ya wo betumi ede agigiwani kakra de acheche wo refri sabri ya. Fonso won akokam wono papa enhoma kakra de aka ho a onyina no wote ekwako suade na boa ema kakra ban be ye no so etimi akọ animu era Boaten kire se wode za na emen ekoma ne manfo na etimi aboa ma wonso ahoyehia ho a wakomu no otimi ehunu kwan obefa so na wabo won bra free sabre ya eko
de ba no ye manfo no omoni aso omasom ba ye besre aboafo eboa yen FM station fo a muguso boa yen ene ankrankranfo mo boa yen say omo beko so aboan because we know ene die be so omo but if you ochine ko no say besa omo nya adom meboan ko si say omo nan omo nsa be so omo chidware esra ban sa ban so mra no meboan bi say bayi na no sashi water ba kokra ban fancy ha nadmo say regional minister say BCO obi am fa hwemai ke be stress omo mra no omo meboa emanfo no mo ahu yi nti hia bebi ombeda ene keten mu na de ade a bitima be boa nya beye achizone nko ano nya 201 households ewo achizone na ebi wo ho a efie ba kono na nipa be 9 13 16 12 5 ebi kwa 2 do ikambo man just nipa na affect them more pa
amanfo a wo kire wo mu a enei ayede aso won so no so ede ani je so mu a wo kire se esuo ne de abeha wo mu ye pa gusu epemu asaban ebeye bibi ede afa ho ama wo
enti madam fo bi ho na mi wo enti nyame bua se ye papa ba se obebua ye ye da na se kese no bua ye ne ye nya baby ye ntena
na nka de epeni se anka nanbo ene this assembly no ebetimi abebua na sanka bia se school bi mkura bi ho na mu da na be nipa be se nwotwe da ba kum se no kura yare na nka se this no ene nanbo no betimi aba be pe ba bi ema bia se tent bi kura na mbebo ama no o ma da mu for the meantime kusi se bia o betimi anya baby ada anka no be ye bo nso a kwatre kwa 11
dia sida kese ho nyankopɔ bo soro ne asase no on hye ne di non sa hye na nan so wadwe ye ho edi sa de we abeche se so ye ho nyankopɔ hye na nan ne yiri fa ye nya dan kura han ukɔ baby a esi dan na ye ma enti baby edi ye ne ma begu kura ye nya baby fa ne ma guti ye roba ana kata ye ne ma so ana ye di esi baby
Afe yensan ko oh my God namrashe bedwafie mu bia mu esanse dom dodo ba no dani yero say chairman sabon so dia to dwasa electoral commission abato commission ya e oh my God nemo atro dia bedan ye mrashe bedwafo se emra ci ya e makwan senka wo bete gwan abato mpesua so no won twensensen kakra na no en wo ra chairman sabon so ka se emse wadi electoral commission ho ya kakra sanse samra no anti watro ababeto won mani mrasebedwafie se won twensensan no samra ne nyama medu mrasebedwafie mpo na campus wo bobo ho anase wo hwempo ntimra enya medu mrasebedwafie de ye da twensensan ema ne yeye we ye kosa ya ye ro say chairman sabonso ebisa
the submitted request to withdraw it and the very day of reconvening they have submitted it for presentation, and concurrent to it, they had submitted another one for its withdrawal. My own position was that if they had spoken to me earlier, the second request would not have been necessary. Because if there's nothing before us at the time, you cannot put something on nothing. So the request to withdraw something that had not been laid was not even necessary. However, the Speaker's attitude was that people has misconstrued what was happening in Parliament. They thought that instrument had come to Parliament and Parliament was sitting on it, the creation of that other constituency. So the Speaker took the attitude that we should have it presented to Parliament and they could come later to withdraw it. So they submitted the withdrawal and we had agreed to withdraw it even in my absence, or to withdraw it whenever I came to Parliament, because the previous week I had excused myself. And the reason for the withdrawal was simple, that if you created it, the constituency, you then needed to hold the DLA, the district level elections, to conform to the creation of the constituency. However, there was not going to be any constituency at that time. And then, of course, it was also going to delay the conduct of the district level elections, because the moment that's set in, it will then cause them to hold on the conduct of the district level elections in that constituency, if you like, the new district to be created. So that was the reason why they have submitted the case for the withdrawal.
Na ebro roche osai chairman sabonsu na no eguso ya wokasa no en wode tudwa say samra no a woka ho asem no electoral commission atro e wo samra no wo say wo pese wode Ghana card nko a ene ya ade a obetimi agina so ato aba e wo man Ghana mo no ndi wo pese wo ka ema electoral commission for tia say Ghana card no ebesi ne nipa dodo no an won sanya nka won mo de enti sempanyimfo de nuoma begu akwamo na watimi ama Ghana card no twa bebraguma mo manfo anya bidie a ene nke betimi aye hosa ne mom ebesi ne yi a Ghana card nipa dodo no ansa nka won mo de ne de ebeye de pa se emra no nya bedrum rahye fi a obeji atom amana yeye.
I think the House agreed that they should use the Ghana card, but it's conditional. The position we took was that so many people don't have the Ghana card, and some of the people who had even registered to acquire the card had not been given their cards, and given the pendency then of the district level elections, to have really tied the registration to Ghana card, knowing, as they did know, that some of the eligible Ghanaians had not been able to register to acquire the cards, and some who had registered had not been served with the cards. To say that you were restricting it solely to the Ghana card was going to be problematic. So if they can assure, together with the identification authority, if they can assure that every qualified or every eligible Ghanaian will be provided with Ghana card, then you can bring the instrument based on the Ghana card. But if you admit that not everybody has been served, not every eligible Ghanaian who has registered has been able to procure it, and that not every eligible Ghanaian who qualifies to have it has been registered or can be registered in the shortest possible time, then it becomes difficult to tie the registration solely to the Ghana card. I think that was the position, which is why we granted that window, that for the time being you can use the guarantor system, even if you say that it's flawed. Let's see how to protect the integrity of the issuance.
Alfe yenko Kenya se esanse asradom ya ewo Kumase ene ne mpotemo ene wo ne nuanom ya aka won ho bom the crowd control program ahyehyɛ so the ama Newmont adwayeko ya ne nkrabata ewo Kenya se ene ne mpotem
yen ahobambofo bia ne hwɛ ye niema ye se be ye dia asukwe be ba oman yi e hwɛ hafo ase mu na enim se niema e de pinchim beba baby a nipa ye adwuma kron for every say adana mama ye bibia nti ya hwe say ayom timber industry Halfway Month and niema de pinchim betimi de pinchim aba no ya hwe ni nyina mu ene ya chichim ehunu say ha se wo se de ani koho ana ha memfe ni koho ha me bi say asem bi emba ho na mo ye hwe say Halfway Month no esan say omo eye adwuma omo say manfo no pese omo ye omo be na ma bebre ma won na prayer no you say ambulance for no ba be fa nipa no kwe nda kwese entiase eye adwuma kwese adwuma na ye no obi a chi de o se ye ase ena ye me de che se ya chi sa de yase no ya chi bia bibi asi a ebetimi aba abebo oman no ho ban ena ejapade ho so ban to ehunu mprem bebre nanso ye hunu ano if say yes anu ala kwese di hunu ni ya de bi hye roman no se o enkofo no ya sa de visi bibi ba na mom ye kop ye barasta kwa ye tipsie no emu ekwa shebukina se be ya bisi a esa si ye hunu de besi de ye bitimi asan aba asama meka cha hafuma omomuti sampotemba nyane se new month wo hase ni mo se new month wo hase obetimi abaye bibi aboa kroma no anase hamantemofo esa se omo wasudie ewo omo so se ombe ne ma bebri e ma omo so ho aton efa edwuma femu se akudie kwan se bi mbe park bia na bibi ti sama wo mututu nsuo ni ade eye ni nyina esika kru ya na ementemo a ene nche se bia omunim de omo ye omo kroma no ebia ebeba enso ebechika kakra omunya abotre efia so mo harmo no mbefa kroma na mo aye adwuma omo so etime de sika so aba apotemu ha se no ama mpuntu akoso ama mo ho so aton na mo ye pinche yempi na mo so ro se ne makwa omo ena obitia wo nti omo nya botre no mo ntra ha no mtimi fama sebe ya mantam ha se mo no mutumi atumpo
Emsefo yenyina we so enye aboafo nkrato yensan fasa akwanya so home kase so meba ye be konsam fufuro.
Islam is a religion of peace. Islam is a religion of humanity. We are in challenging times and people need solutions to lots of life issues. That is why we bring to you Islamic Zone. On Islamic Zone, we discuss religion, family, health, the economy, and all other issues that matters to you. We have seasoned sheikhs and counselors to help us navigate through life on this program. Join me, Barikis Rashid Abbas, as I sit with my guests on CTV this and every Friday at 5 p.m. to discuss issues that matters to you.
Be thrilled, educated, and entertained. Teen Queen Ghana is here, showing this and every Saturday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. live on CTV, Ghana's #1. powered by Ashkoff Productions Limited, who gets to represent Ghana on an international platform come June 2024. Team Queen Ghana, it's your time, own it.
Have you ever imagined how easy it would be for you to buy a land, register and get the right permit to be able to build? Do you know the right engineers to build your home suitable and safe for your family? How well can you maintain the building in order for it to be safe and sound for you and your family? Shiame Odansini Odilia, CTV, Sundays here, 4 to 5 p.m.
Emse foma munyina kwa baba enyumre no nsia kasebo CTV so afei enwake hwan da se emwa kwa baye kwaji aboafo nkrato ya babie mu ana mekai wo se kasie etwaguo ewo kasafo nyine so afiefie mu no udru abefo ntenten fidie ne so a my CTV GH social media handles awodo no nyina obo my CTV GH a kasie be piaba na wonya bi ahwe kai so beto ma no mfefo na wonum so enya bi ahwe afei yentro so na yenkuyanim ensem foforo emo dum judgma yekuo no enkrabata ya ewo suhum ene ne potemo ede encheche adwumade ahye so ama wonum a etonsa ewo empotem ho wonum nkabomku woso wo yegwesi na be ya bronya afahye ya ede enimi wonum behunu kwampa obetimi abo won ho ban na ogyahhye ensi empotemo
Odumja adwumekuo no se enchekra na esi bronya bosumi nim na sabre mfrema ya no ochene a emu onwunu ebeba enam so ema oja etimi tuto basa enunti ene wofrase ebrunsuo ntem sebe ya wani no ebeye kokko na drinking bar ekuefu ahodo ya wo hwese wotonsa wonpotem ho woton bie ma amanfo ya wonomu a na ebia woni so ayo sakasaka na ebetumi akofa oja mumu ede aba no obetu wonfo eno ene wonam so ede sa encheche no frase a wo hwese suhum ene ne mpotem ho bebia ta ensanomu bia ne bi wo bia no obehwe na wodi san chechire no etimi akọ edwumayefo echresem wo hwese de eja titi atese na esai niema no a sabi obi anom nsakora no a enya de se eno no obetimi akwakodi bone sa ewo ne ho na emom eja de so ade mu a eha atwene nti na fire officers anase odumje edwumekuo no echrese omo hwe saafo no apomutene na omorere mu abo entoa abode ewura ba bia no a ehu behia se obetumi abode wuru na wate asem no apie yera Eric Kwame Bruce ADO1 ya wono ewo suhum municipality ho en woni Accra FM eni CTV amanbo fortune kombo en wo kire se ebraso se obi frase na waye nchechire de amanfo esanse gya no ehye japade ha adwene ye pa enunti ena wo kire se sabre wa mane hom ne so ene ne mrantie na tisi montene a wakwakoye se adwuma ne sebe ya obebo pan na enkofa ojabia ema efri sabre ya kopim bronya ene mpo bronya no echi
and bedroom studio. Young woman in my dry. It's a fish and bacon. She said, "You bang, yeah, you go for very 2 of a fat again." So the shares at me could not be a bread. And yeah, shame man, tell her a baby, normal, it is her pie accident. A car accident. It's almost bomb who buy if you just one, not a just for my yes, like tackle drivers. Then the drivers
Drinking Bar Association, enipa ya ewo mu onu bi nso ene Accra Family CTV amanbo for train komo. Ono so kire se woni age dwumetie ya odumje dwumekuo no edi apa no ho. Na kwan bi aso no obefa mu abapa edi akwakobo wo mbra.
Iya mu hyehye me. Ofise emre bi me kwato obena. Me start here no. Be ya yi me so a nieme hu ane sana afi one bena akọ the other bena but na me nye ye nti e ma me yi to twene kura nti up to date kura no me use gas bi amama bo and afei your friends cylinder me so me cylinder no ho arrest nti se me spray ya nya dia me use and direct one and also sa and also me use bi no se bi dem kwa na me use nti ne o ma be kire no me make sure say me ye ni nyina ansa na me use and electricity no so say nya o kan we no extension board no I know they mean you see they any in our down but sunny I say yeah you do my young to socket in na me into mode makanisa no the be adwuma
in fact and they asua ne ma bebre o na ye ni but nyom be chere ye ne no ama ye se ne wo se they use your light ni gas ni e bi and say your light and especially if fear if be our plug in so make sure say you be here film no so utu film is better so be just switch na share plug in into aboye and I gas and you be use your gas especially for fellow gas filling station senia o pese o be na ma ni nyina yesu anti aboye and they ya bisuya na ya besia ni fatama mani agibebre
afe yenko German South mensene no emu na efri tetentre de besi ne na akwan ye wodrobo na enye kra na nso nyame ya adom amazese de ina rose anasa akwan ye deda da kro no mu no empanyifo ahase ya wo ya amakro no ayefepa
Beye efie bebrede na de hia womo ewo dobro ai no ewo German South mensi no bobo no mantemu kire se womo akwa nyina atete apansam a ayese kontebe wo kire se esumfutro ni adede wontimi mpo emfa wo no enka na nanse ntem eyade se aban no edi machines anase mfidie akosiso a wabombode edi kota egu akwan no so edi ama womo ne no na de hia womo ewo dobro kire wo mani so edi akire aban no se omani age ho pa se wodi kota abegu womo akwan bi so ede ama wo mo na so woda so a ede adesrede to aban nim se akwan ni bi wo ho abepem ne wonye ema wo mo ne senti wontwa nani enkwere sa akwan no so na wonsiesie eno so emfa ema wo mo esanse emfutro eku wo mo
ahowa ho akese papa na mede ne mohu kese pa no mede aseda emu Nyankopon number 1 na number 2 honorable MC wa ma changes kese abadrob maimu Mishasi huni nyuma ewa assembly building iye jan was since 2008 na weyo de be pisu drobu tan rosi ide se ntwaso bi wo a munya modawro ma yemfa ma no
me ba no 2015 na sisi a ye sha ye ba since I me ba me hu quota this is the first time ma hu so my road dey na ye sha many age because dry season ba untime cold ni ade be sisi ade ye hu se improvement about district housing.
Enwechi ena wonimonyamfo Andrews Bediakon a oye municipal chief executive Emma Adeshia womo ewo German South mensinum editu dwase womo akwaya atete apansam na no ena yele how kesepa na so say ya aban no abesiesie bi ede ama womo no eya adresse ayi ne so pa ne senti wode to Adeshia womo ewo dobro enimo se wonka makoma ento mo yem esane se akwaya hodo aka no aban no eya hye se wobeba na wabesiesie eno so ede ama womo
akwan ya wo German South no enkan eye main street yi wonam so ase de city no enya adepa ene so aban ewo policy wo ho a enche kura no ya ye nhihye ni nyina awie ya ese yebegu de efere se asphalt eno efiri jape krum baby a kota dada no ye hye ase no efa ho saa bese ko eye drobo ase ho ya eno so ya de a eba na eno eye district mi enan ena aban select e Bono region nyame ne empire bo German South ye ka ho bi we ye government policy a o say e bra aban ka say year of rules no German South yenya bi entina amanfo ade ade say ene de adapa tweyai uduru bikumfo enya bi uduru domafo enya bi German South ni yenya bi enti we abai de aka sisi a wo kwan mu a ye ba sisi a no e sa asphalt no ya ye de kuta no enam say bi ho dada ase enti no we ne ye de betare so na atumi aboa ma sa how no a German South for ekumen kankan nipa e wo drobo Japi krum ni kwasibu krum nyina no sa how we atumi afi ho na yenya nwie de akare so aban guso a obeye ho adwuma
ni krakra mono contractor a wo ye kwan editu dwa se ekwan ya wo ye ne tentene 5.5 kilometers na wo hwe ni mo se enkose ye bewura eye bronya bosome no na wo mo aye kwan ni nyina ewi
kwan ni nyina ye mefanche se be 5.5 kilometers ni achecha ma community no but the beer ye wo isi for the other side no mefanche se about 2.2 kilometers and so far yes silly 2 kilometers sisi ya me no kase to ha gravel be bia ya gravel ni nyina about 2 kilometers drain works cause omo ye gata no to ko hono obo so omo guso omo ye gata the moment omo wie pe ni ye start earthworks anya yi abo na de gugu so no anya no ye wie ni a compact na fe highways for naba on be my go ahead say ye mfa kota nguso no fan say be December yi de e wo say ye wie adwuma ni nyina amamo by December dear ye go so I mean say bibia sesa dia by December there because my boss na need I break gidi pressure so ban so today bia day and night we are working.
AFIA Nkodwade ni sikasem Kasiebo emu penyina wono eda engine technology solutions ejmayiko no ano David Go woni samchofo atwetwe nkomode atodwa se de Ghana mebunu ebete de pa isanse ejmayiko no edentete mapa ya enya Ghana hanko antete na emu emtete ya wode mawo a ewiase afa na ba bia obegina se wo ye adwuma no yejudi yejutum ya yebema wo akatua eso ebroso oso de Ghana mebunu na nye no nko na adwuma yekuo no aye na dwense na ni so ade hunu ne se wo ma mebunu bebre enye adwuma ye ama sabre kura ye kasei mebunu be se wo ha en wode ntete ama wo no ma sabre wafa wo no adwumam na ensi ho obekoso afa mebunu ne bebre adwumam ama Ghana mebunu enya enedaso.
We started engine a few years back and we realized that we need a bigger space and also to give our partners a lot more confidence that we are ready for business. So we acquired this big space. We intend to hire, as mentioned earlier on, about 100 plus young people. Already we have quite a number of them working for us, but we started with very few graduates, and now they are working for big clients in Europe. And our intention is to ensure that we maintain the quality. We get people who are capable of meeting international standards and able to support clients in Europe and other parts of the world. You know, these days people are especially young people are very concerned about jobs, right? The unemployment situation is really bad. Recently we put out a job advert to employ about 10 people, and we received 1,500 CVs. And out of those 1,500 CVs, we only reviewed 500 of them, and we still have 1,000 CVs not reviewed. But we already got the number of people that we needed from that. So you can imagine the number of people who are looking for employment. But what can we do with Engine? What we can do with Engine is to make sure that we get young people, we train them to meet international standards, we convince our clients abroad to hire them so they can sit in our office and then work for international organizations. What will happen is, at the long run, is that these young people will gain their skill, they will gain their international exposure. Even if beyond Engine, they will still be able to work for other companies already having the skill that these companies require. This is one very important area that we need to focus on. The other thing is that this is direct foreign capital investment. You know, the engine is from Switzerland. They are here in Ghana. They invest a lot of money. You can see in our office space and all that. The clients are abroad. They pay us foreign currency, and we get paid. We pay our employees. So our employees are paid quite competitive salary, above market rates. So they don't need to travel abroad. They just need to stay here and work. And so they are gaining two things. They are gaining skills. They are gaining good income. And they are living in their natural environment that they want to live in. Not everybody wants to travel abroad, but everybody wants to live and have decent job and live their lives. So that's what we are here to do. Engine's job is like you are in a university. We are constantly training our young people. If you go, you see we already have our training room there with all the gadgets. We have high-speed internet. We connect them with experienced people abroad so they can actually enhance their skill. We have libraries where we train them. And because we work with international companies, we need to meet some international standard before you are employed. So it's something that we pride ourselves in as an organization, that we help young people, not only giving them employment, but additional skill that they can even apply in future.
So the impact we'll have on the Ghanaian economy is twofold. On the one hand, we're going to provide very good jobs to talented people. So it's a great opportunity to, let's say, grow a young company, even not fully experienced, but to get trained and develop yourself. So we'll be working with clients across the world, starting with Switzerland and Germany, but others in the future. But plus the other impact we'll have on the local environment is the people we hire actually will have a huge impact, because they're working here, they're paying taxes here, they're spending money here. So each person we employ will have a multiplier impact on the local economy. And we've seen that in other countries where we've operated. So the impact of our businesses is pretty high. And thirdly, I would say what the BPO sector does is it acts as a foreign exchange import, because we sell our services abroad. We don't consume many resources in terms of raw materials, but actually it's currency into the country. So it's a very beneficial business for the country.
Afeyenko enigidie kasebo emu ekojokin eyenyumtuni na wone Sami Flex atwetwen komo ewo class showbiz so en wode atu dwose tida rave for wonum ya ade akura ha echen Afro Nation nanso adwuma ewo so woye ne sese de wo so de wani si ho eye won PR system wonu a edinkita ho ema wonum.
Say man tida, I just saw the post event no. Man, to say be a flyer, be now have a bit. Maybe I am not following them, but it seems say nim audience, and they know how to get them. And this is a show I say, it can help us, as you really rightly said. Ghana, we are always looking out there. You perceive a show, be our building a certain brand. That is fine. Afro Nation are building a brand. They enviable. You perceive agenda of bringing people in here, you're following on them. But look at what they have done now. It just say so much here, they can do more for us.
Exactly.
On the side, say, you show sir now, Enyema Ensem Fata and I take center stage in there. I think it's high time Ghana events. We need to wake up because most of the events in Ghana no say. You really our thing can seven names in one. So yeah, but can you discuss how when you pack stage near Komu and it take you home to even set up that stage? Who are the people involved? A Ghana for a hin war, it is so people so ye be a crime ban of a fast over that conversation would never happen. Nemo, I just said, be a ensem fata and a bound. And even last year now, it's here. Last year, a lot of bad PR for a tidal review. A strong defense BR from their camper. It looks like that is their strategy, and probably it might be working for them. But I feel said some of these post-event conversations, you have to engineer it.
Okay.
If you leave it to publicity, what was my problem? Maybe in social media age. Producer, sorry, this is the topic air trending. So they might fall on it because one cut of technicalities now. Maybe people will not pay attention. So they will pick it and maybe add a bit of the technicalities to it. But you won't say, oh, tidal wave, this is the team, a PR team, almost eye open for conversations. And can they show you a friend?
You know who to talk to.
You know who to talk to, your friend. A crime bear, and fast, say, Jen Momo, more directly a conversation. But as soon as it looks like they know how to run their things, so we are not but waiting for the next one to come. And you know, there, you can see a drive to publicity there. We can't control it, but all the time, you're making sure we know how your events went.
Okay.
Afeyenko amanane kasiebo emu ekuo bi a wonom asore ya wobo asomdwe ho dawro ye frɛ wonom peace boat na wondwumadie no eya na wote subontomu ene tututu kwan kwa amahodo so na wobo asomdwe ho dawro sese aye kasai wode atodwa se entokwa ene mentime ho ase ne ewudie ne ememu a amane mu so ewo Gaza ene ne potemu no ene monimu ya etwontwa na ye monkwa ho ban
Egypt subotuo ya eno asumdwie ene namo a epe wo wiase ama nyina no wa kire se wonamu ya wo hwese Gaza ene ne mpotem hono no behwe se asumdwie ebetumi asi ho nyina ne se wiase ama nyina do ano abremu bi ya wo hunu se nipa be ya mpimo duosonson ena wo mu nam subotuo no so a wiase nyina nim se Japan ena sa subotuo kase no eyo wo mutia ensha ban bi ase na sa subotuo no tu a echesa asumdwie na wo kwa akope tabiri asem ya subotuo no dia tro ho so se o hwese de Yesu kum Gaza for na wo maye mobo na wo nyina da na etukotena bebre edwane no a odi esiso ya dede yo ene wo twimo megusu se de Gaza de hye munya wo mu munye wo mo nkwan Gaza de hye munya wo mo na sa asumdwe su bo tru no a yetu a na chese ohunu se bibia asie no se mprempren di wodnani a kire mu se ewiase nhwemfa mra enhyehye so na sa Palestine ni Israel fo ntoko no apagye ne mu a sa bre Gaza fo aye mobo wo mu a tori ne yebese tori wo mu asie no ye ntwa so na fa asumdwe emfa mra eno enipa mpempem ye free Palestine no wo mudodo no a na edwane omu free Gaza man mu a eno nso so akwakwa ye bu achibiti bebre dwane wantimi afo wontade wantimi afo wahyen eduane a obedi ekura wantimi afa bi wanfo wompaboa obi ede kwatere kwasa ena edwane a ni nyina ne se okopeniti editi mu na nso Israel ene Palestine asrafo yo mu eti fifam no so wom guso ya wo mo kire se Hamas asrafo no so no ade se wo mo de enum ani akire mu e wana afofo mu a ntoko no a ena wo mu guso amanfo ya ebo free wiase ama nyina de nsuo ene nuane fa ho ahodo nkane na afei mo betimi ama waje won kwa nesi wono wo mukuso ya Palestine for dodo abetena Gaza ehwe no so no wo mo eboa wo mo dodo no abere ye pa titiru eni tetefon se obenya bikra na ode afre wo bi na nso Israel Prime Minister oya na adwene se Hamas die obese wo kra sanse wo hwese die tuate domo anasa asrafo no esi jigu ne so na wo mo bebo ne kuro no emunyenyin na fe wo mo busu mu no a eyade se ha no asrafo ni kumuni pa beye apem eni ahanan ya sa abre na dodo no a ye atenafo ya wo mo enkan bi nhwemu ebi eye nkwada bi ma ya na ha no ye pa eninti Israel asrafo no so se sabre wo ne Gaza e kan bo mu a wo mehwe se Gaza nya boni bia nti ehwe ni nya no be busumi ni Palestine ejina ne naso den ya we na adwene se Israel asrafo no woni no bekon na bebi a odi nani akyerɛkyerɛ no ayaresabia refugee camps ahodo nsɔre eye nkremufo die mu se ye krisufo die mu nani akyerɛ mu e obi nya nipa dodo no na wate wo nyina edi afri ho no mo sabre wo de nam wie mu nya asem ketwa ne ye bon waduro se ntontom no nipa be ye mpimudu eni ahansa ye omo ye Palestine fu ne yekum wo mo a emu be ye ohanche mu aduoso de wo mo ye ma nipa be ye mpimienu ni ahansa so ena kyese ye sie wo mo akyirikyire kura no a enya asem ketwa ebu okra sase timi pai mugum enya asem ketwa abri asumdwe so bontuo ne sei watu no wonam Turkey kronim abesi Greece ya woni na ni nemu a wo papa chewa wo stresse oduru Egypt a asumdwe betimi apa Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu wono ni BBC twenkomo no wo kyerɛ sɛ saa obubu obusumi bia mu wo de betu twa senka wo jan tokwa no nanso wo hwese de amanfo wo nkyɛn no na wo kekanka gumu abi nso ayeso afi no wo begu so mpese mu anu ɔsehwɛ menwa meyo ne madame ho so ane senti no no wo de kokɔbɔ akwa ma wo bibia no a waye na adwene sɛ ofiri baabi de tumi bi ba be ha adwene titiw ene US man no a wo hwese wo nkonko hyehyɛ kyira Israel fo nso so no wo de wo ho akade nyina begu hɔ na fe wo nso etimi atene ho ase a wo da ne ho so kopem sɛ asomtwie ebeba
Ewie ha ene brema me kwan ma enwere no nsia kase boy ya me de som wo no me de nyina esie etwagu ye e wo kasafo nyina wodo no so abefo ntenten fidie no so etwagu ye Facebook ye my CTV GH asoda ene de e mampanyimfo a ebo chinchim fidie ni furu makeka ne ma boy ni e ma kase yi edi mu osesa ye ene wo de so amme AFIA Brempomaa HINeh ena metena second kan kase yi edema wo nyame ya adomo a ebrepem ebese edi nhyiemu na so sabre de didn't cry.
CTV, Ghana's #1.